Everybody, and in today's video I'll be matchmaking every fighter on the main card of UFC Nashville. Let's get into it. First fight, the loser, Austin Lane. I think we gotta cut him just because of the fact that he's lost like so many fights in a row. I can't remember at the top of my head. Lost to Justin Toffa. I definitely do think we should cut him. I just don't see why they should give him another fight. Okay, next, the winner, Patricio Pereira, should fight Tai Tuivasa. Okay, Tai Tuivasa is on the verge of getting cut too. Tai Tuivasa, the only reason he hasn't been cut yet is because he's such a big name. Okay, and I do think Patricio Pereira, I can't say his last name. Do you think he would beat Tai Tuivasa? Okay, and literally he made that fight like easy against Austin Lana. And I do think that's the next fight to make for Patricio. Justin Toffa. We gotta send him. He's gotta be cut or sent to like PFL or like bare knuckle, like GFL, just because he's not good. Like he's also like he's been on a huge losing streak. And, like, I was thinking before cutting this fight, I'm like, if Justin Toffa loses this fight, he's gonna be cut. I do think he will be getting cut. I don't know why he won it. And Tuco Tacos should be facing Bruno Lopez. This one took me a lot of time in thinking. I was like, what's a good fight for this man? And I was like, oh, that's a pretty good fight. I do think Bruno Lopez would probably win, but that's a video for a prediction video. And Tuco Tacos should be facing Bruno Lopez. Okay. Next, Nate Landwehr should be facing Joe Sang-yo. Just because that was a bad fight for him. Very bad fight. Like, I was watching, I was like, dang, I don't understand. But Jong Sung-ho should be an easy win, I want to say, for him. That's what I would say. And Morgan Chayria should be facing Calvin Kattar. Okay. I'm just going to say it now, Calvin Kattar's make me so mad. Calvin Kattar, ever since the Max Holloway fight, it's like he refuses to throw punches anymore. He got dog walked by Aljamain Sterling. He got beat by another guy. And now he just got beat again. It's like it didn't look like he wanted to be there. It did not look like he wanted to be there. So, I do think Calvin Kattar, I do think he's going to go on a losing streak and like eventually get cut or retire. I do think this is the fight to make. I do think Morgan Chayria is going to win. Okay. Next fight, Steven Garcia. I was very impressed by his performance, just like I said. I want him to face Josh Emmett. Okay. This fight would either go two ways. Either Josh Emmett kills him or Steven Garcia kills him. I mean, these two guys have crazy power. And this is a big fight for Josh Emmett. More than I feel like it's a fight bigger. I feel like it's a bigger fight for Josh Emmett than it is Steven Garcia. Just because if Josh Emmett loses this, then who is he gonna fight? Like, I don't want Josh Emmett to go out where he's fighting a bunch of like up and comers and like how like Tony Ferguson was getting like with Paddy Pimblett. I don't want that to happen to Josh Emmett because I like Josh Emmett. But I do think that's the fight to make. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Either fight the winner of Daniel Rodriguez and Kevin Holland. That fight was announced today. He's got to fight the winner. I do think he beats Daniel Rodriguez. I do think he would lose to Kevin Holland because I like Kevin Holland right now. Kevin Holland is kind of cooking, but if Kevin Holland might not want to fight at welterweight, so probably Daniel Rodriguez. I would say Daniel Rodriguez, or if Kevin Holland wants to fight at welterweight, then we can do that. But next fight. So, before we get to the next one, I'd just like to say, can you please like and subscribe? I'm trying to become an up-and-comer. I do think Gabriel Borum should fight Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin Buckley did just get embarrassed by Kamaru Usman, but Kamaru Usman, it's not bad losing to Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman's a freaking dog. He's a dog. D-O-G. He's a dog. Okay, and I do think this is a good fight for both. I mean, if Gabriel Borum wins, that's a huge win, and then we can start talking top 5 and stuff. Talison Teixeira should we fight Mario Pinto. Okay, I think this was pretty easy. I did a little research and I'm like, this is the fight to make. Just because I do think they still want to make Talison Teixeira a prospect, because heavyweight did just lose their biggest prospect, and I do think that would be a nice, easy win for him to get back into the winning column. Derek Lewis, he needs to fight Curtis Blades. Okay, Curtis Blades got a robbery win over somebody who he should have destroyed coming in. Can't remember the name on the top of my head. Okay, but that's a close fight. I would have Curtis Blades winning, because I do think this is a rematch, and having the first fight is Derek Lewis chinned Curtis Blades. I do think Curtis Blades is now definitely going to respect the power and try to take him down and submit him. And those are my predictions. Comment what I should do next. Keep God first. See you later.